Um, is it reasonable to think that charitable behaviors can be changed? Or in your research, are you really thinking that maybe the best you can hope to learn is more about existing habits and how to adapt to those habits?
I think all behaviors can be changed. Some are harder to change than others. All the research in charitable giving that I've seen has suggested that it's fairly easy to move people in their charitable behavior. A lot of environmental influences, momentary effects, priming emotion, etc., can have huge impacts on whether or not people give and to what they give. So I think it's certainly possible to change people's donation behaviors. The question is coming up with ways that are effective and yet at the same time socially responsive.
So along those lines, what advice, if any, would you give to charities in trying to get the most bang for their buck?
They should buy my book. No, the charities should. If a charity really wants to be successful, I would say I don't want to highlight one piece of research over the other because it's going to vary on the charity and it's going to vary on a lot of other things. But there is a good set of academic research out there now, and I would think the most important thing a charity could do would be to seek out the literature, the empirical studies that have scientifically demonstrated what causes people to donate, and craft their solicitations around the evidence as opposed to around the gut feelings of what they think will work. Gut feelings are good; they're better than nothing, but they're not as good as the scientific data. And so, as books are being put out, and organizations such as the Case Foundation are developing ways of making sure that the information is made public, charities should do their best to consider that information, not just ignore it.
What about the role of technology? Do you see that playing? We see that playing an increasing role in giving, and just the future of giving. That's a broad question, but in general, what do you see as giving looking like in the future?
That's a good question. I expect that, as it has with everything else, the internet is going to play a larger and larger role in charitable giving. Actually, just today I heard some discussion about cell phone uses and how that might also lead to more charitable giving, and I think that will continue to be an important factor, technology, in why people give and how people give. I can't imagine what 10 years down the road the amazing opportunities there will be for philanthropists and charities in using these technologies, but I can only imagine that it's going to increase in its prevalence, and there are going to be better and better mechanisms for giving and giving effectively based on technological solutions.
And lastly, you just made reference to your book. Can you just tell us a bit about the research that you're doing for this book? Maybe when the book we'll be seeing this book.
Yes. Well, there's currently a book in progress. It's not actually my book in that I am an editor of the book, but I am not writing all of the chapters. What we've done is we've gotten together some of the most prominent academics who study the psychology of charitable giving and the behavioral economics of charitable giving, who do empirical work on how and why people donate. And we are collecting their work into a single volume so that it'll be accessible. People who are looking to find out what's going on in the empirical literature will be able to just find one common reference in this book. We're also hoping to have actual charitable organizations write commentaries on how different chapters, different interventions could be effective and applied to particular charitable attempts, and hopefully that'll be very useful to a variety of charities out there. The book is in the process of being written. We have 15 contributors who are all working very hard to get their chapters to me by February, and the goal is to hopefully publish it shortly thereafter.
Great. Well, Danny Oppenheimer from Princeton University.
That's correct.
We appreciate you coming and answering some questions, and we look forward to hearing more about your book and your research in the future.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Thanks.